Welcome back to another episode of the NFL Film Room. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down some film for 49ers second round pick Alfred Collins. Collins is a defensive tackle out of Texas. Last year, his former teammates Tavondre Sweat and Byron Murphy found success in their rookie years. He'll be looking to do the same. He stands at 6'6" and weighed in at 332 pounds at the combine. He also measured with a 34.5-inch arm length and 10-inch hands, which are both great measurements for the interior defensive line. He has all the ability to be a force in this league. Now let's dive into some film. Now his first play is going to be a run play, and that was really his bread and butter in college. He does have nice upside as a pass rusher and could potentially be one day, but where he got drafted was mainly determined by his run defense. So Florida's going to be trying to run a combo up here to have the center come down and nudge Collins, and then have the guard come overtake and seal off Collins right here to open up a lane for the running back. But Collins isn't even going to go after the center slaughter. He's just going to go straight after the guard here. Hit him with a nice pop. From there, he's able to work across. So one more time. Pops off the ball, strikes him. And from there, he's able to keep him off him. Here we have another run-stopping rep against Slaughter. You see some of that sit-down ability. So he's going to come over and meet Slaughter and just mano-a-mano here. He's going to get into him, get low, and get into him. He's just going to hold his ground. This position right here is what got Alfred Collins drafted where he did. And he just doesn't get moved from right here. And he's able to shift outside and make his tackle. Comes off the ball here, just going to give him a nice pop. Pretty sure he lifts both feet off Slaughter off the ground for a second there. And is able to shove him out of the way and make his tackle. Now he does have decent upside as a pass rusher, especially somebody who he foresees playing one tech and nose tech in the league for the most part. You're going to see some of that ability here. Good athleticism for sure. So Collins is going to come off the ball and get into his stutter steps right here. So a couple small steps here. There he's going to swipe with his left hand. Swipes that hand away. Then kind of does a little cross chop action here. Pins that hand down. From there he's able to spin around, pin it with his left. And you see it's a very nice move, keeps his balance. Very impressive stuff from somebody who's 330 pounds. And there it is. Able to get a hit on the QB. Now here we are against Georgia, back with another run stop. Let's see what we got here. There you see the arm length once again. So it looks like they're asking the guard to just perform a reach block here on Collins and drive him upfield and seal him off. It's not quite going to happen as Collins is going to come off the ball here. Position himself very well. Look at where he positions his right foot. Positions his right foot so he's going to be able to work against the play instead of trying to get across him. And you see that nice pop, pops the guard back. Takes away most of the guard's drive. From there, he's going to be able to use those long arms, lock them out. Not really let the guard reestablish his hands. And just work inside to the gap and make a nice tackle. So one more time. Comes off the ball, pops him up. Extends those arms. And then works to the tackle. This guy's a beast, man. He really is a beast. Another run stop here. He does a very good job of staying low for somebody at his size, and you're going to see that on this rep. He's going to come off the ball, stay low, get into him, deliver a pop the guy up, and then from there he just pulls him down, goes and makes his tackle. It's a very nice ability of size, power, agility, and nimbleness, if that's even a word. Here you have another nice tackle against Georgia. Able to hold his ground. So they're going to try to help out the tight end here by having the tackle come in and nudge Collins to the outside. But Collins is going to beat this guy so bad off the jump that's not going to do enough. And he's going to still be able to hold his ground and set the gap and make a tackle. Here we go. So here's the nudge from the tackle. But by then he already has inside leverage. So it just gives him equal leverage. And from there, Collins is able to win it right back if he needs it. But instead he notices the running back's going outside. So he's going to go outside and stuff it up. Last time. Goes after the tight end. Gets hit by the tackle. And then gets outside. Here we are going to see some of his positional versatility as he's lined up as the 4-eye, I believe. And he does have some ability actually off the edge that I think could be tapped into in a similar way that Javon Dexter on the Bears has. And you're going to see a nice rep here working around the outside. Gets there a little slow, but still a nice win. So Collins is going to come off the ball here and start trying to get wide for the outside rush. Get to his right hand with the long arm. Stabs the tackle right in the chest with that. Going to keep it extended. And once he has his space, he's going to go for a swim over top right there. And he almost gets to the QB, but the ball comes out too quick. So last time, you do see that he is pretty damn good with his hands for somebody of that size. And here we're going to see yet another nice pass rush from him. And you are going to start to notice that he is very good for his hands for somebody who plays the one tech and the nose tech. And you're going to see he comes off the ball here. And I couldn't tell if this was a swipe or a club, but he's going to hit him with his right hand. He either hits guard's hands or he hits his shoulder. Either way, he's going to hit him with that and then come under with a rip. Hold his rip through, rip all the way through, free up his left arm, and tip the pass down. So one more time, come off the ball here, hit him with the swipe or the club, and rip underneath and keep fighting with it. Just another quick rep to show his hands. Just being disruptive. So for this one, he's just going to come off the ball and swipe the guard's hands away. There's the swipe, and then he's going to swim over top. And I believe that's Armaj Reed Adams, who's one of the top guards next year. Here we have another nice little pass rush, another just quick one. Able to get a little pressure. So Collins is going to come off the ball, recognize the double team, knock down both their hands. So anyone who reach for him, he's knocking him down. Then after that, he's going to club after that shoulder, the right shoulder of the center. Then swim over top of that, and he almost gets to the QB. So he just has a lot of options to do with his hands. He doesn't use power as much as he probably could, but that's all going to be a work in progress. Now back to a run defense rep. It looks like against Oklahoma. So the guard has what should be a pretty simple block. He's going to be having a down block here, trying to come down on Collins and seal him off. So the running back can go through here. Now it's not quite how it's going to go for the Oklahoma guard. Now I'm not sure if Texas called for a slant to the right or Collins just jumps off the ball to the right here on his own, but it's going to work against the guard here. Mess up his angle. Collins going to be able to hit him pretty straight on from here. Extend those arms a bit. Work across. And just keep holding that ground to fill his gap for another nice tackle. He does get help with the slant, but you see he's able to beat leverage, which is very nice. Something very important against NFL offensive line schemes. Not much to break down this next one. I just thought this was pretty absurd from a 6'6", 330-pound dude. And he always chases down plays. That's one thing I did notice, and one thing I did really like about him is that when you do watch him play, he's always running down the play, even at his size. Back to a run-stopping rep here against Florida, and this is going to show some good football IQ as well as a nice athletic play. So he's actually going to use his blocker to seal up two gaps. So he's going to take his blocker and drive him back to fill up that other gap, while also keeping himself available off his left shoulder if the running back were to go out there. So you see he's sealing this gap. He starts to notice the running back going out, frees himself up, and makes a nice play here. That's just a very heads-up and very athletic play from someone that size and someone who you want on your D-line. Here he is again working against Slaughter, and he's just going to extend his arms on him, pop him back, and lock him out. And from there, Slaughter really has nothing. He can't get back through that 34.5-inch arm length. He's going to hold his ground right here, wait for the running back, and get the tackle. That arm length is really going to be a problem for offensive linemen trying to block him and trying to get into his chest, because he does not get moved. He really just does not get moved. And they have CJ West too now and Mykel Williams. It'll be very interesting to watch their film. Now it looks like they might be lined up 3-4, and he might be the nose on this play, so he's going to be two-gapping. And he's going to do a good job at that. He's going to get into him, pop him back, get his arms extended. From there, he's able to work where he needs to. Starts working to the inside there. Running back's going to cut outside, and he's able to cut out himself, help with the tackle. So one more time. Gets in him, pops him out, keeps filling. Then when he needs to, gets off. Here we are in what looks like a run play against Vanderbilt. I'll play it one time, then break it down. Another tackle. So he's going to get a really good strike with his hands initially. See right here. Gets a nice strike. Pops his guy up. From there, he's going to keep that long arm with the right hand and grab his arm with his left. Right here. Lifts that up. Takes away one of his weapons to hold against him. And is able to make a tackle. One more time. Nice pop, long arm, forklift, tackle. Not too much to break down from this one. Looks like he's rushing again from about the 4-eye. And you're just going to see some good athleticism, deals with the tackle. Running back and just, yeah, Dude's kind of just a beast is what I'm trying to show with this play. I don't know what else to really break down here. Just an absolute animal. Thank you for watching this episode of the NFL Film Room. How do you feel about Alfred Collins going forward, and can he be the 49ers' big run stuffer of the future? Leave a comment predicting how many sacks and tackles Collins will have next year. And as always, peace.